Expositor Beauregard Lionette here, and let me tell you about one of my greatest achievements while I still worked for my dad in Comorta. One summer, a rival winery decided to promote their upcoming vintage by posting a bunch of flyers smearing our family name. "Why drink like an animal when you can drink like a king?" it said, while featuring art of a pompous old man in a crown holding a lion in a chain. Needless to say, my father wasn't impressed and enlisted me to go talk to the Stossmans about having the flyers removed. Which I did, in my own way. I decided to pose as Fiona Alderbrook, an interested distributor who would love to have a tour. But right before I entered the estate, I took a big swig of mycothistle extract, generally used by clerics to induce vomiting within about 30 minutes after ingesting. They walked me through their entire operation, finishing the tour by presenting a giant steel drum filled with this season's vintage, mere days away from being bottled. Eleanor Stossman opened the vat, and just as she finishes waxing poetically on the patience needed over the 18 months to allow the malolactic fermentation process to fully achieve the perfect nuances of flavors, with expert aim and precision, my haggis and sauerkraut from the night before splash into the vat of Zinfandel. "That's for the Lionettes, you turd bottlers!" I yelled. Needless to say, the ruse was up. "Guards, get her!" Eleanor yelled. I bolted for the gate, popping the first guard with a running haymaker and dodging the second, flipping them off one last time when I got to the street for good measure. My father didn't really approve of my methods, but he did have a hard time arguing the effectiveness. The next day, with no product left to sell, not a single flyer could be found in Comorta for Stossman wine. Sorry, Eleanor.
Hey, I'm Beau. I'm Beauregard. I'm fucking Beauregard Lionette. I'm Beau. I'm fucking Beauregard Lionette. I'm Beau. I guess we've established that. So I'm gonna tell you a story about one day when I was back in Comorta and I was going out drinking with my friends and we were just getting, fucking crazy because I'm fucking Beau Lionette. God, it's so fucking bright. And so we go out drinking and I see this flyer at a bar and it's got a lion on it and it says, "Instead of drinking like an animal, you should drink like a king." And I'm like, "Fuck you, Tossmans. Tossmans, fuck you, Tossmans, look. And so I just go to their house. I just go to the Tossmans' house, and I'm like, "Fuck you," and they're like, "Drink this. It's a fizzleberry, fizzle dick. It's a fizzle for shizzle." And I just start drinking, and they're like, "Whoa, look at her go." They're like, "We should take her in and give her the good stuff." And they take me into their drinking cave underground, and I'm fucking Beauregard Lionette. And I go in there and I just start drinking all this stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm like, because of all the, alcohol consumption. And they're like, "What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Crazy?" And so I leave and I'm like, "Fuck you, Tossmans." And I go and talk to my dad, and my dad's like, "You did what you did because you did what you had to do, and you did it because you had to do what you did. And you set boundaries." Boundaries. And then I think he was proud of me, but I don't know because I don't understand my father and neither does anyone else telling the story. And fuck you.